not to be confused with Doc Strange, Dr. Stranger, or Dr. Strangelove. For other uses, see Doctor Strange, disambiguation. Stephen Strange redirects here. For the Welsh pop singer, see Steve Strange. For the film character, see Stephen Strange, Marvel Cinematic Universe. Dr. Stephen Strange is a fictional character appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. Created by Steve Ditko with Stan Lee. 5. The character first appeared in Strange Tales number 110, cover dated July 1963. Doctor Strange serves as the Sorcerer Supreme, the primary protector of Earth against magical and mystical threats. Strange was created during the Silver Age of comic books to bring a different kind of character and themes of mysticism to Marvel Comics. The character starts off as a brilliant neurosurgeon whose hands get injured in a car accident. Despite regaining hand function, he is told that current medical therapy and rehabilitation would not be enough to enable him to practice again as a surgeon. Unable to accept this prognosis, he starts to travel the world searching for alternative ways of healing, which leads him to the Ancient One, the Sorcerer Supreme. Strange becomes his student and learns to be a master of both the mystical and the martial arts. He acquires an assortment of mystical objects, including the powerful Eye of Agamotto and Cloak of Levitation, and takes up residence in a mansion referred to as the Sanctum Sanctorum, located in 177A Bleecker Street, Greenwich Village, New York City. Strange assumes the title of Sorcerer Supreme and, with his friend and valet Wong, defends the world from mystical threats. In live-action adaptations, the character was first portrayed by Peter Houghton in the 1978 television film Drive Strange. Since 2016, Benedict Cumberbatch has portrayed the role of Stephen Strange in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Artist Steve Ditko and writer Stan Lee have described the character as having been originally the idea of Ditko, who wrote in 2008, "On my own, I brought into Lee a 5-page, penciled story with a page-slash-panel script of my idea of a new, different kind of character for variety in Marvel Comics. My character wound up being named Doctor Strange because he would appear in Strange Tales." 6. In a 1963 letter to Jerry Bales, Lee called the character Ditko's idea, saying, "Well, we have a new character in the works for Strange Tales, just a 5-page filler named Doctor Strange. Steve Ditko is gonna draw him. It has sort of a black magic theme. The first story is nothing great, but perhaps we can make something of him. 'Twas Steve's idea and I figured we'd give it a chance, although again, we had to rush the first one too much." Little sidelight, originally decided to call him Mr. Strange, but thought the Mr. bit too similar to Mr. Fantastic. Now, however, I remember we had a villain called Doctor Strange just recently in one of our mags, hope it won't be too confusing. 7. The Doctor Strange stories of the 1960s constructed a cohesive cosmology that would have thrilled any self-respecting theosophist. College students, minds freshly opened by psychedelic experiences and Eastern mysticism, read Ditko and Lee's Doctor Strange stories with the belief of a recent Hare Krishna convert. Meaning was everywhere, and readers analyzed the Doctor Strange stories for their relationship to Egyptian myths, Sumerian gods, and Jungian archetypes. 11. People who read Doctor Strange thought people at Marvel must be heads, i.e., drug users, recalled then associate editor and former Doctor Strange writer Roy Thomas in 1971, because they had had similar experiences high on mushrooms. But I don't use hallucinogens, nor do I think any artists do. 12. Originating in the early 1960s, the character was a predictor of trends in art prior to them becoming more established in the later counterculture of the 1960s. As historian Bradford W. Wright described, Steve Ditko contributed some of his most surrealistic work to the comic book and gave it a disorienting, hallucinogenic quality. Doctor Strange's adventures take place in bizarre worlds and twisting dimensions that resembled Salvador Dali paintings. Inspired by the pulp fiction magicians of Stan Lee's childhood as well as by contemporary beat culture, Doctor Strange remarkably predicted the youth counterculture's fascination with Eastern mysticism and psychedelia. Never among Marvel's more popular or accessible characters, Doctor Strange still found a niche among an audience seeking a challenging alternative to more conventional superhero fare. 13. As co-plotter and later sole plotter in the Marvel method of scripting, Ditko took Strange into ever more abstract realms. In a 17-issue story arc in Strange Tales No. 130-146, March 1965, July 1966, Ditko introduced the cosmic character Eternity, who personified the universe and was depicted as a silhouette filled with the cosmos. 14. Golden Age of comic books artist/writer Bill Everett succeeded Ditko as artist with issues No. 147-152, followed by Marie Severine through No. 160 and Dan Adkins through No. 168. The final issue before the Nick Fury feature moved to its own title and Strange Tales was renamed Doctor Strange. 15. Expanded to 20 pages per issue, the Doctor Strange solo series ran 15 issues, No. 169-183, June 1968, November 1969, continuing the numbering of Strange Tales. 15-16. Thomas wrote the run of new stories, joined after the first 3 issues by the art team of penciler Gene Colan and inker Tom Palmer through the end. After plans were announced for a never-released split-book series featuring Doctor Strange and Iceman, each in solo adventures. 17. Strange next appeared in the first 3 issues, December 1971, June 1972, of the quarterly showcase title Marvel feature. He appeared in both the main story detailing the formation of superhero team The Defenders, 18, and the related backup story. The character then starred in a revival solo series in Marvel Premiere No. 3-14, July 1972, March 1974. 19. This arc marked the debut of another recurring foe, the entity Shuma-Gorath, created by writer Steve Englehart and artist Frank Brunner, who took over as the regular creative team starting with Marvel Premiere No. 10. Englehart and Brunner collaborated closely on the stories, meeting over dinner every 2 months to discuss the series, and their run became known for its psychedelic visuals and plots. 20. In issues No. 8-10, May to September 1973, Strange is forced to shut down the Ancient One's mind, causing his mentor's physical death. Strange then assumes the title of Sorcerer Supreme. 21. Englehart and Brunner created another multi-issue storyline featuring Sorcerer Sneg, Genesis spelled backward, going back through history, collecting all magical energies, until he reaches the beginning of the universe, becomes all-powerful and creates it anew, leaving Strange to wonder whether this was, paradoxically, the original creation. Stan Lee, seeing the issue after publication, ordered Englehart and Brunner to print a retraction saying this was not God but a god, to avoid offending religious readers. According to Frank Brunner, he and Englehart concocted a fake letter from a fictitious minister praising the story, and mailed it to Marvel from Texas. Marvel unwittingly printed the letter in Doctor Strange No. 3 and dropped the retraction. 22. Due to the growing number of Doctor Strange readers, 20. The Marvel Premiere series segued to the character's second ongoing title, Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts, also known as Doctor Strange Volume 2, which ran 81 issues, June 1974, February 1987. 23. Doctor Strange No. 14 featured a crossover story with The Tomb of Dracula No. 44, another series which was being drawn by Gene Colan at the time. 24. In Englehart's final story, he sent Doctor Strange back in time to meet Benjamin Franklin. Strange met his allies Topaz in No. 75, February, 1986, and Rendra in No. 80, December 1986. The series ended with a cliffhanger as his home, the Sanctum Sanctorum, was heavily damaged during a battle. Among the losses was Doctor Strange's entire collection of mystic books and other important artifacts. As a consequence, Strange was now considerably weaker and several spells designed to protect humanity from vampires and the evil serpent gods had expired. The title was discontinued so that the character's adventures could be transferred to another split-book format series. Strange Tales Volume 2, No. 1-19, April 1987, October 1988, was shared with Street Heroes Cloak and Dagger. This new Doctor Strange series resolved Strange's quest to reclaim his power and missing artifacts, as well as resurrecting the Defenders, who had died in the last issue of that team's title. Strange was returned to his own series, this time titled Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, which ran 90 issues, November 1988, June 1996. 26. The initial creative team was writer Peter B. Gillis and artists Richard Case and Randy Emberlin, with storylines often spanning multiple issues. Strange lost the title of Sorcerer Supreme in issues number 48 to 49, December 1992, January 1993, when he refused to fight a war on behalf of the Vishanti, the mystical entities that empower his spells. During this time the series became part of the Midnight Suns group of Marvel's Supernatural comics. 27-28, Doctor Strange found new sources of magical strength in the form of chaos magic, 29, as well as a magic construct he used as a proxy. 30, he would form the Secret Defenders with a rotating roster of heroes, 31, and reunite with the original Defenders. Strange regained his title in Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme number 80, August 1995. Strange appeared with the Human Torch and the Thing in the one-shot publication Strange Tales Volume 3, number 1, November 1994. 32. The character was featured in several limited series. The first was Doctor Strange, The Flight of Bones number 1 number 4, February to May 1999, with a series of spontaneous combustions by criminals instigated by old foe Dormammu. Strange was the catalyst for the creation of a trio of sorceresses in Witches number 1 number 4, August to November 2004. The Strange Limited Series, November 2004, July 2005, by writers J. Michael Straczynski and Sam Barnes updated the character's origin. 33. Another limited series, Doctor Strange, The Oath number 1 to 5, December 2006, April 2007. Written by Brian K. Vaughan and illustrated by Marcos Martin, focused on Strange's responsibilities as sorcerer and doctor. Doctor Strange has appeared in 4 graphic novels, Doctor Strange, Into Shambhala, 1986, Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom, Triumph and Torment, 1989, Spider-Man/Doctor Strange, The Way to Dusty Death, 1992, and Doctor Strange, What Is It That Disturbs You, Stephen? 1997. Strange appeared as a supporting character for the bulk of the 2000s. He appeared regularly in The Amazing Spider-Man under J. Michael Straczynski, before being cast into a time loop by Baron Mordo. He later appeared on and off in The New Avengers, where he was stated as being part of the secret group known as the Illuminati to deal with future threats to Earth. Ultimately Strange joined the team and allowed them to use his home as a base after the events of the 2006 Civil War storyline, which he sat out. Doctor Strange was critical of the Federal Superhuman Registration Act and aided the anti-registration Avengers team led by Luke Cage. 35. During Brian Michael Bendis' time as writer, Doctor Doom attacked the Avengers and manipulated the Scarlet Witch into eliminating most of the mutant population. Doctor Strange's failure to recognize Doom's hand in the former and to stop the latter caused him to start to doubt his abilities. Volume and issue needed, after he was forced to use dark magic to confront an enraged Hulk. 36, followed by further use of dark spells to save the new Avengers from the Hood's supervillain army. 37, Strange renounced his status as Sorcerer Supreme, as he felt that he was no longer worthy of it. The Eye of Agamotto passed the mantle on to Brother Voodoo. 38, he was also featured in The Order, which spun out of the 2001 Defenders revival, and the Indefensible Defenders miniseries. Doctor Strange appeared as a regular character throughout the 2010 to 2013 The New Avengers series. 39, Brother Voodoo, now newly appointed Sorcerer Supreme Dr. Voodoo, sacrifices himself in order to stop the powerful mystical entity Agamotto from reclaiming the Eye. 40, a guilt-ridden Strange rejoins the New Avengers, and offers the team his valet Wong to act as their housekeeper. 41, Strange eventually regains his position of Sorcerer Supreme. 42, but is possessed by a demon. Volume and issue needed, and becomes leader of the Black Priests. 43. After the various Marvel universes merge into one, Doctor Strange acts as right-hand man of Doctor Doom, who has become the ruler of this world after erasing all recollection of the previous separate realities that existed. Circumstances force Strange to open a plot that releases the surviving heroes of the original Marvel continuity, known as Earth 616. Doom kills Doctor Strange. 44. In 2015, Jason Aaron and Chris Bachalo teamed up for the 4th volume of Doctor Strange. 45. A new character, reluctant librarian Zelma Stanton, agrees to reorganize Strange's magical library. 46. Full citation needed. Brother Voodoo returns, and the series and a spin-off, Doctor Strange, Last Days of Magic, sees such characters as Medico Mystico, Magic, Scarlet Witch, Mahatma Doom, Professor Shu, Monaco, and Alice Gulliver. 47. Full citation needed. With the laws of magic fundamentally altered, and with the loss of his former resources, Doctor Strange is forced to depend on his own physical skills and inventive use of his few functional spells. He eventually no longer has access to most of his former spells or his levitating cape. 48. Full citation needed. During the Infinity Countdown storyline, Doctor Strange goes on a space mission. He encounters Super Skrull, who has the Time Stone. After defeating Super Skrull, Doctor Strange claims the Time Stone. 49. Doctor Strange then tracks down the Mind Stone and finds it in Turk Barrett's possession as Turk manages to evade him. When Black Widow's clone arrives seeking out Doctor Strange where she wants to dispose of the Space Stone, he does not want to take it as he knows what would happen if they are in proximity. Using a magic spell, Doctor Strange speaks to the holders of the Infinity Stones and requests a parley to reform the Infinity Watch. He states to Adam Warlock, Black Widow's clone, Captain Marvel, Star-Lord, and Turk Barrett that they need to safeguard them from such calamities even if one of them is Thanos. 50.